Hello and welcome to my travel blog, Travel with Mandar. A brief introduction about me. I have been traveling for birding and wildlife photography for past 13-14 years, but concentrating mainly on still photography. This is my first attempt to tell a travel tale through a video blog. Let's see what in store for us. If you like this blog, please click on subscribe and like button for this video as it will definitely encourage me for further such stories. Pench is one of the premier tiger reserves in central India. It is located on the border of Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh. It covers an area of 758 square kilometers, out of which about 300 square kilometers are the core forests and remaining are the buffer. I had planned this trip in middle of April 2025 and I plan to cover Sillari, Khursapar as the core gates in Maharashtra and Turiya's gate in Madhya Pradesh. My journey started from Bangalore. I flew to Nagpur and then took a car to Sillari. Sillari is one of the closer gates of Pench from Nagpur. It's about 1.5 hours from the city center. Not very far, so it's convenient to go even for a day safari. Of late, this zone is becoming famous for some excellent leopard sightings. Since Sillari is a gate a bit far from other gates, you have to come by your own car till the gate and board the safari gypsy from here. Mobile phones are strictly banned in safaris in Maharashtra. The flip side of this is that whenever there is a sighting, there is no communication between guides anymore. So a good sighting depends purely on your luck. As we started our safari, the temperature was sweltering 42 degrees Celsius. We first came across a pond which had few cotton pygmy geese. These geese are extremely beautiful small birds, although they are common in rural India and in forests. It is always pleasure to see them swimming around.
रात्री करून मी नसेल बांधलेलं सगळं दिसतं.
Pench consists of mainly dry deciduous forests due to its hilly terrain, as the water does not stay in the soil. During summer, the forest wears a barren look, but that period is also good for big cat sighting. This forest also consists of plenty of bamboo, the fastest growing grass. Especially the Sillari zone is famous for arch-like formation of bamboo over safari tracks. The forest safari is not just about the big cat sighting. If one keeps an open eye, there is plenty to offer. As we traveled along, we saw our first raptor, the crested serpent eagle, a very common forest bird in peninsular India. Little did I know at that time that there is going to be a sighting of a lifetime of this eagle in this safari itself. Although I have photographed this eagle dozens of times, I still like to photograph it. The main prey base of this eagle is snakes and lizards, but it also hunts small mammals, termites and other birds. It's a territorial bird during its mating period, and this was going to be the first among many sightings of the crested serpent eagle in the following week. My guide was a wonderful and enthusiastic lady. She was giving lot of information about the type of trees, the habitat of the forest. It was wonderful to see this initiative of the Forest Department of Maharashtra to employ local tribal women in the guiding job. Our journey further into the forest continued. I had seen photos of brown wood owl from Sillari before, so that bird was on my to-do list. I told my guide about it and she told me that she is aware of the location and we will definitely try it. As we drove along, we came across the famous arch bamboo formation of the Sillari. Due to dense bamboo, it is cooler here by a degree of 2. The guide told us that even tigers like this habitat due to its coolness and can be often spotted here. But we did not have such luck that day. After stopping and trying to see if there are any alarm calls, we decided to move along. Tigers like to rest in a cooler place or inside water when it is hot. It was pretty hot, around 40 degrees Celsius, even at 4 pm. That could probably be the reason of no tiger movement that day. A little drive further, we came across the nesting location of brown wood owl. After searching a bit, we saw one adult owl and a subadult owl. The adult was sitting in a clutter of branches, and I tried to get my camera to focus, but in vain. The sub-adult was relatively in the open, and I could muster a few decent portrait shots. As we as we moved along, we saw another crested serpent eagle. After taking a very brief video of this, we moved to the bank of the Pench River. The guide explained that there is a dam on this river which is at the center of the Pench Reserve. The same dam provides water to the Nagpur city. Tigers and leopards can be often spotted crossing this river valley. It was a beautiful landscape. On our way back, we saw the same crested serpent eagle sitting down on a rock. On further probing, we realized that it has caught a large snake. The eagle was trying to grab the snake and probably was looking around for a safe place for the meal. I would have probably seen about 50 serpent eagles so far, but I have never seen one with a live snake killed. It was always a dream to photograph this natural history moment. There was a baby crocodile further down near the water hole, but no one was looking at it. Everybody focused on the snake. I tried to zoom further to see what type of snake it was. Considering its overall size and color, it probably was a spectacled cobra. After a brief pause, the eagle flew away and settled on a nearby tree. The location was such that it wasn't fully in the open. With wind blowing and moving branches, there was some distraction to shoot this bird properly. But since it gave plenty of opportunity, I could capture some decent footage and shots. Even though the head of the snake was severed quite a bit, I could still see that the snake was alive and it was wiggling its way through some last gasps of breath. There is a saying in Sanskrit, Jivo Jivasya Jivanam. Every small being in the universe survives by eating another creature. It seems so true, so harsh, so true by looking at this moment. साप जिवंत आहे हलतोय तो अजून फोल्ड होतोय बघा
आता येते का फोटो
येतोय ना एकदम क्लिअर आहे A little further, we saw two stags of chital deer regurgitating their meal. They looked quite relaxed. As we continued our journey through the forest, next we saw a group of animals consisting of wild boar, cheetal, and the rhesus macaque, or what we call as our common monkey. Two monkeys were trying to climb the bark of a tree, but the main bark was quite smooth and they were not getting the right grip. A clinging baby to their belly made it even more difficult for them. They made many attempts but with little success. Every time they moved a foot above, they slipped couple of feet down. It was quite entertaining to see this circus for a while. I was thinking if a leopard comes at this instant, it would make an easy meal out of this. But to monkeys' good luck, no such thing happened. As we moved further from the monkeys, we came to a grassland. We could see some gores at a distance and an Indian roller, a really beautiful bird to photograph. It is also known as Neelkant, but I feel more appropriate name is Neelpank. Further down there was a southern kokel, also known as Bharadwaj. Seeing a Bharadwaj is also considered to bring good fortune, and at that moment I told my driver we are definitely going to see a tiger or leopard. Little did I know how soon my prediction is going to come true. Barely few hundred meters from the spot, the driver saw another jeep by the river bank and the other gypsy driver was waving at him. After rushing to the spot, there was a leopard quite far along the other bank of the river drinking water. Although it was a bit far, having a good zoom lens helped. Many gypsies got the message and started to accumulate around. But the leopard looked really thirsty. Leopards are not supreme predators of this forest, so they have to be watchful for any tiger movement. As the tigers are known to attack the leopards. Tigers also don't like leopard as they can pose threat to their offsprings. Other threat for the leopard are the crocodiles, which are plenty in this dam water. After quenching its thirst for good 10-15 minutes, the leopard decided to walk back to its resting spot. It seemed like it was a full-grown male leopard. It was a sighting to remember for a very long time to come. Already with the eagle eating its prey and the leopard walking across, the safari was brimming with success. Once the leopard was gone, we explored the river bank for a while. It was bathing time for the river terns. Their acrobatics are not easy to photograph as they are very fast, but I tried my luck at it. There were few other water birds like little stins, etc., and I photographed them as well. After watching the river turns, we drove to the area of forest known as the Black Forest. Apparently the leaves are so poisonous here that the grass doesn't grow. We were aiming for the vulture nest. Although the nest was not seen when we reached the spot, we could see a white-rumped vulture sitting on a nearby tree. I always like to see vultures. Being natural scavengers, their presence represents a healthy state of forest. It was a single individual. After watching them for a while, it was almost close to sunset time, around 6:30 p.m.
नेस कुठे आहे?
तिथेच होतं सर, नाही आहे आता पाऊस आला
We
ना.
further drove towards the main entrance gate after a very successful safari. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. There are many more videos to come in this series for Pench and Tadoba. If you liked the video, I request you to subscribe for this channel.